Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Kaba Ilco L1011-L4. This is a Corbin Russwin key blank. This is a 7-pin key blank. Take note of the length of the blade of the key blanket. When someone says it's 7-pin and you look at that and you say, yeah, that's awfully long. That's a 7-pin blank. Okay. L1011 is the part number for this key blank when it is a 7-pin. There is, and it's part of a multiplex system, there is a link below this video to the cut sheet out of the Kaba Ilco key blank catalog that shows where it resides. It's in the L family of key blanks. It's the L4, and it is going to reside within that multiplex system of having multi-section key blanks that will enter it. So what I'm trying to say is this. You've got L1, L2, L3, L4. On top of it, or in this case, the cut sheet below it, you'll have an L12 and an L34, L12, L34. Those are multi-section blanks. There are no cylinders that is an L12 or an L34. They're just key blanks that will pass an L1 or an L2, or a key blank that will pass an L3 or an L4, meaning they will go into the cylinder. On top of all of that is the all-section key blank, which is your 4-1. I may have called that 1-4, but what do I know? That is your all-section key blank. It's going to be a brass key blank. It is going to have that Corbin Russwin type head on it. Let's see if we can dig up some additional information. Now the bow type on this key blank would be considered a standard bow. It would be a -10 would be a part number for a bow, meaning it would have the standard manufacturer's name embossment, and the other side would be blank. That would be the standard bow from Corbin Russwin. If you wanted, original key blanks, there are more options in terms of the bow availability of what they would do on a standard bow. You could do other types of bows as well, such as a large bow. Now, there's a link in our site to the manufacturer's page. It's generally on the bottom of the page. It can certainly be found elsewhere. If you were to get to the Corbin Russwin catalog, you would be able to navigate ultimately to their cylinders and keying part of their catalog. And you would be able to find, ultimately, in that catalog, a definition of the L4. You will see, and I'm probably going to stick a cut sheet where you can see the L series Corbin Russwin. It's a multiplex system. It is the reverse of the D series, so it would be symmetrically opposite. It does show you maybe in a more consolidated fashion what you're looking for or at in terms of keyways. When you look at the keyway, there is a milling profile down below that shows the broaching of the cylinder. Broaching is a process by which, and I have been able to find online one video that shows how cylinder plugs are broached. They're held in a machine vertically, and then a tool that has there is a contraption that of long lever that cycles up and down like this, but it's actually positioned below the cylinder plug and goes like this. And you have it's several inches long. It could be as long as maybe 2 feet long. I don't really know. But as the tooling moves through the cylinder plug, the teeth, so to speak, of the tooling continues to increase the broaching that's done in the cylinder plug as it moves up and through. So it's actually moving like this. So the tooling down here is much bigger than the tooling up here, and it's an amazing process to watch. That's what the broaching is in a cylinder plug. Cylinder plugs are broached. That's the process by which they do it. The point is, when you see the milling profile, you're seeing the broaching in the cylinder plug. When you're studying the tip of the key towards the bow, you're seeing the symmetrical opposite. If you looked at it this way, it would look opposite than if you were looking down into the cylinder that the key goes into. So be mindful that that is shown in a mirror image, so to speak. Now, there is on that Corbin Russwin manufacturer's page in our site, there is not only the product catalog, but there is the cylinder manual that's there, the Corbin Russwin cylinder manual, that will take you on a tour of all things Corbin, all things Russwin, all things Corbin Russwin as it pertains to their keying. An incredibly irreplaceable document in the world of Corbin Russwin. Key blanks, keyways, how to key their stuff. They literally teach you how to key, how to pin cylinders in that document. And as you scroll through that document, you will eventually find where they will show the different keyways, the rules by which those keying systems, I should say, keyways and keying systems are governed in terms of all of the depth and spacing charts that pertain to them. So it's an incredibly handy document. And in fact, there's a link below this video as well to the cylinder manual page where you can find the Z-Class System 70 depth and spacing chart, and gives you all the other information that you really need to pin this material and many other tasks as it pertains to locksmithing. And admittedly, that document goes well beyond the concept of the video for this key. This is just a L4 keyway in a 7-pin with a standard bow, Corbin Russwin bow, or what they would say a new bow. But the fact of the matter is you get a little bit of information in terms of how it relates going backwards to the original source. Now back to back to Kaba Ilco. There is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Kaba Ilco products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, a link to the full key blank catalog, and then other catalogs for key machines, for their cylinders, for their storefront hardware, things of that nature. The key blank catalog is the important one in terms of this video. If you open that document, I think all of Section 2 governs door hardware, your Corbin Russwin material. And Kaba Ilco doesn't manufacture every key blank in the world. Not at all, not by any stretch of the imagination. They're obviously going to make the stuff that they can expect to sell. But you are able, and if you're not able to find the keyway of what you're looking for in particular, you can, and I have used that book at least to great effect to help me eliminate what it's not. You do have to train your brain. You stare at it long enough, you have to imagine that shown in reverse as you're looking at this key that you're trying to identify. You can place it down to the catalog page itself, and that helps as well. And sometimes, yeah, you're able to say, this is obviously it. There are only so many options of this cabinet lock key blank. Kaba makes them all. It has to be one of these. You can get into that sort of scenario as well. So to great effect. If you have any questions on the Kaba Ilco, this is their part number L1011-L4 key blank, 7-pin brass key blank, or any other Kaba Ilco product. Please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.